I'm in the locker room like, my bag. I can't put it in my bag.
Yesterday. I just got mine, bro. I had the jewelry box and everything, bro. They took it out my jewelry box.
Man, that sucks. It really does. I feel bad for him. And obviously, whoever did this, it just comes out of envy and jealousy. And I also saw this. I'm not going to pull up any videos, but some people were stating that they thought this might have been an inside job. This situation is massive at this point in time, and it is such a big deal at this point in time, and this should really give you some clarity and perspective. My mom called me and was talking about it, and she never calls me and talks about anything involving college football. Shout out to my mom, but even she would admit this. She is far below even a casual fan at that. And oh yeah, I forgot to say this, been saying it in all the videos today. Happy Halloween, hope you have a great one. Hope you go trick-or-treating or take your kids trick-or-treating or watch your favorite movie. Do whatever you like to do. I love this time of year and I can't get enough of it. But anyways, like I was saying, apparently and allegedly, Colorado got robbed. If you aren't familiar with the situation, you have no idea what's going on. Colorado, most recently, they traveled to UCLA to play a football game. I'm sure most of us know that. And by the way, to give you some more context, people were confused on this. This game wasn't at UCLA, if I'm not mistaken. It was the Rose Bowl game, so it wasn't on campus. But rather less, you get the point. It wasn't a home game for Colorado. And as we all know, this Colorado team, they got some NIL money, and they have that Deion Sanders swagger, or they don't have his swagger. They try to have his swagger, and they wear a lot of chains and jewelry. We're not here to get into a whole jewelry and chains argument, whether you think it's having too big of an ego, being cocky, wearing all that stuff. I'm not here to talk about that. You can do that in the comment section if you want. I'm not going to talk about it. What I'm here to talk about is what happened. And I will speak on this, though. Wearing your chains and jewelry to an away game, not the smartest idea ever. We'll get to that a little later. Anyways, like I was saying, Colorado, they go on the road. They travel to UCLA, and after the game, wait a minute. Hold on. Now I'm thinking about it. Bucky had to post something on his YouTube channel. I'm sure he did. Let me go to his YouTube page. And by the way, go subscribe to Bucky. It's Well Off Media. If you don't know who Bucky is, that's Deion Sanders' son. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. We're using a bunch of his footage, and I can't thank him enough. As a matter of fact, I got to put up right here. The title of the video says, "Thieves at Rose Bowl steal from Colorado's locker room," and I'm going to try to find the part where he shows it.
So they're going to get in touch with y'all
In the locker room, bro.
During the game,
During the game, bro.
they stole the chain? Insane, bro. They stole yours? During the game.
You go play football, bro, and know your shit safe, dog. You done messed up, bro.
During the game. Boys get back in the locker room, chain gone. Somebody broke into the locker.
Nobody know shit, bro. Nobody know shit. Stop looking for some. Dang, bro.
I'm going to pause it right there. Before we go any farther, I want to say this from my experience playing sports and traveling on the road. I thought that was an automatic, like that was common sense. And when I say common sense, let me explain that. When I was playing high school basketball especially, we went to the hood a lot. We played a lot of hood teams. To give you some context, and this should really tell you everything you need to know, when we would walk into some of these gyms, they had a, what's it called? It's like a scan, it's like a detector you walk through. What is that called? I can't even remember the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. You got to walk through and it checks and see if you got anything on you. I really don't know what it's called. I'm not going to look it up. I think you know what I'm trying to say. It was almost like you're walking through TSA at the airport. I'll leave it at this. We played basketball at some real deal, serious, sketchy places. And every single time we played on the road, we always did this. We had what we called a valuables bag. So before we walked out of the locker room to run out for the warm-up or whatnot, we had all of our valuables in one big bag, and we gave it to a grown-up or somebody else there that wasn't in the locker room so they could protect it. In the valuables bag, obviously, you put in whatever's valuable to you. In this case and scenario, those chains and watches they like to wear. Back then, of course, I didn't have no chain in high school. I didn't have money like that. The only thing I put in the valuables bag, I think, was my plug-in earphone. Remember not even the AirPods back in the day, but the Apple earphones with the wires. I put those in there, my phone, and that was it, and maybe my wallet. And we was in high school doing that, and our valuables per person probably only equaled up to maybe, I guess if you count, if you had an iPhone back in the day, $500. But in this case and scenario, we're talking about these guys got $30,000, $40,000 chains, and you're not doing a valuables bag? Come on, man. That's crazy, man. And don't get it twisted. They are the victim in this situation. I'm not blaming them, but I just can't believe they didn't do a valuables bag. That's just my take on the situation. And like I said, they're the victim. They shouldn't have to do a valuables bag, but we used to do it back in high school. Anyways, getting back on track here, let's continue on, see what they got to say.
That's crazy. You just got
my shit yesterday.
Oh, shit. Shit crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I had to go check for me. Now my shit's on my neck. You don't see me? I'm bullshit. I'm come out there. Come out there.
Excuse me, brother.
Who down there? You have something phone too? Yeah, no, I got me. Oh, you're good? Yeah, I put mine in my bag.
I put mine in my bag.
I just like talking my bag.
On top of your
I'm
bag.
in the locker room, like, my
Y'all
bag. I
seen,
can't put
you
it in my
seen it
bag.
yesterday. I just got mine, bro. I had the jury box and everything, bro. They took it out my jury box.
No, that's crazy. Bro said, I just got mine. Yo, I had the box and everything. Okay. That may come off wrong. I'm not laughing at it, of course. I feel bad for him, but it's just the way he said it and everything. Man, that sucks. It really does. I feel bad for him. And obviously, whoever did this, it just comes out of envy and jealousy. And look, man, I ain't gonna hold you. It was an easy lick. It was. Whoever did this, it has to be somebody affiliated with UCLA, because your average Joe wouldn't even know where the locker rooms were at in the Rose Bowl game. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. The way that stadium's set up, you got to know your way around it. And I also saw this. I'm not going to pull up any videos, but some people were stating that they thought this might have been an inside job. What do y'all think about that? A little conspiracy theory, Matt, in the building? Like I said, I know a little bit about this Rose Bowl stadium and whatnot, and it's pretty hard to find your way around, especially the locker rooms. They're in weird places. I just have a hard time believing some random Joe Schmo off the street went in there and did this. I'm not saying somebody part of Colorado did it, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't be shocked. I really wouldn't. Whoever did it, though, I assume they came up at least 100 racks, if not 200 or 300. Because a lot of people don't even understand this. I'm talking about a slither of a chain costs what? $1,000? And these guys got huge chains. And I guess we don't know, but if they hit up old Shedeur Sanders, shoot, that's easy 200K right there.
That's a Pepsi?
I got for you.
Is that a Pepsi, bro?
That's what I got for you.
Where's it at?
Hey, bro, ain't no way Travis Hunter. That's his signature thing in the video. The zesty. All right. So I guess that's the end of the video. And yeah, let me show you what Deion had to say about this. So here's what Deion Sanders had to say. Our kids got robbed during the game last week. That's a travesty. I would expect the NCAA to do something about that. These are college kids. I'm pretty sure they don't think about insurance at this point in life. I know the kids will be forthright and what was stolen and all that stuff should be replaced. This is the Rose Bowl. This is a granddaddy of them all. Well, granddaddy has some money. I did hear that the home team was robbed as well, and that don't make sense. Do something about it, NCAA. You do something about everything else. Do something about this one. Wow. What do you think about that? So long story short, Deion Sanders is saying, hey, you're going to repay my players. Or he's not telling them to do that, but he's saying they should do that. And I'm just going to keep it a Fortnite V-Buck with all of you. If you think the NCAA is going to repay these players or reimburse them, whatever you want to call it, that ain't going to happen. It should happen, but it ain't going to. The NCAA is not going to give these players a penny. I promise you. I'd be beyond shocked if they gave them anything or even said anything about this. I guarantee you the NCAA is going to wipe this on their rug and they're going to say, well, that's just bad luck, tough luck. You're just going to have to move on and you're going to have to learn from your mistakes. Don't bring your jewelry and chains to a road game. And as far as it goes for UCLA getting robbed, that's the first time I heard about it. I didn't hear anything about that. But I keep going back to this, man. I ain't going to hold you. Whoever brought up this might have been an inside job conspiracy theory, I kind of like it. Because you got to think about it like this. Your regular thief out here doesn't know jack squiddly crap about how to get into a locker room at the Rose Bowl. Number one, they wouldn't even know where to go. And number two, I don't think they'd be that smart to do it. And I'm going to bring it up just how this comment says right here. Almost like being flashy makes you a target. And hey, let's just call it what it is. Yet again, they are the victim, but it's like me walking into the hood with $100,000 and bragging about it. I mean, come on now. You're an easy lick. What do you think's going to happen? I hate to be that guy, but it's almost like that girl that wears those tight clothes to the gym and she gets mad when people hit on her. You were asking for it. You can't be all braggadocious and cocky like these Colorado players are and not expect people to envy you and be jealous of you and want to do something about it. That's also why in this life, it's not good to share finances. And if you're doing really great in your life, it's not good to share it with other people because of stuff like this. I hate it happened to them, though, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. I'm going to say this again and emphasize it. They are the victims. However, like I've said all throughout this video as well, you could have prevented this. That's all I got. Let me know your thoughts down below. But